Hi loves! I've been trying to record this video for you for a little while. Technology is not as easy as people make it out to seem. Okay, anyway. It's a full moon in Gemini. Woohoo! Full moon in Gemini. My Venus is in Gemini, so that's exciting. For those of you who don't know, what I'm saying when I say my Venus is in Gemini, it means in my birth chart at the time that I was born, Venus, the actual physical planet herself, was physically in the constellation of Gemini. Astrology deals with very real, very physical energies, as well as, very real, very not physical energies as well. So, that's like a side note. You don't really need to know that my Venus is in Gemini. But what's interesting about when there is times where there is a full moon or a new moon in a certain sign, what that does, it will highlight that part of your chart that you have that energy in the simplest ways of saying it. So say for those of you whose sun is in Gemini, for example, so all you babies born in, end of May, start of June, throughout up to June 21st, the full moon in Gemini is going to highlight a lot for you. It's probably going to be a fairly big week around that full moon time, which is this week. And so on and so forth. My sun is in Cancer. The next full moon is going to be in Cancer. So I know that is going to have a lot of energy for me around that time. So it's really awesome to work with astrology because you can almost like forecast. You don't know what's going to happen. It's not like you're predicting things necessarily, but you just know that there's certain times of the year that have extra energy, in certain places for you. So when I say my Venus is in Gemini, that means that my Venus right now, my relationships and how I experience pleasure and even abundance, everything that Venus rules, there's going to be highlighted energy in that part of my chart. Does that mean that the love of my life is going to walk in on the full moon in Gemini? Maybe, maybe not. Probably not right now. The way things have been going. But, gotta take time, patience, it's all good. But it does mean that there might be extra emphasis, like I said, on that area of your life. So, yeah, the last new moon was the new moon in Scorpio. My moon is in Scorpio, so there's a lot of energy in terms of my emotions and how I was processing things and just my innards. So that's like a quick intro for those of you who don't know, about astrology. You can easily go find your chart by searching Astro. I like to go to Astro Cafe. Just Google Astro Cafe birth chart. Ideally, have your birth time. If you don't have your birth time, it's not completely necessary. You won't get as much information, but you'll get a lot. Go do that. Search your chart and go see where Gemini is in your chart. And wherever Gemini is in your chart, that's going to be highlighted at this time. The other thing about this is if you're not really into doing that, or if you don't know your chart, or you're not going to go look it up right away, that's not the only way to vibe in on what this time means for you. In fact, that's a way to vibe in, but for me, the stronger way to vibe in, as I say, to these times, these full moon and these new moon times, is to meditate directly with the energies. So I don't know a ton about Gemini, the sign, to be honest, but I feel very comfortable making this video because this video is not about me telling you all about Gemini and what the full moon in Gemini means. What this video is doing and intended to do is actually for us to simply all meditate together with the full moon's energies. And in this way, we'll receive direct guidance from our spirit guides, from the moon, from the divine, on what this time means for us, on what this time is bringing to us, and any other tidbits like that. So that's the difference. It's the difference between going online, which is great, and looking at your chart and learning more about it and seeing which houses and which planets are fitting together. Really great. Probably for those of us who are more inclined to astrology and we just like to learn, because there's a decent amount of digging around that you need to do in order to start to piece things together. So that's great. But what I suggest more than that, like I said, is what we're about to do, which is you don't need to worry about which sign is in which house and was in which neighborhood, is in which vibration, whatever. Like, if you're really interested like me in that kind of stuff, then go for it. You're gonna have fun. But if you just kind of want some guidance and you just want to tune into the moon, when the full moon and new moon happens, then this is perfect. Just to meditate and really receive that direct connection. And like I said, that direct connection is actually going to be a lot stronger in terms of feedback and learning about your own personal energies. It's going to be stronger and more helpful for you than looking it up online, because one is reading and the other is actually really directly experiencing through the process of meditation. So with that little blurb ahead of you, apologies for those of you who are already yeah, girlfriend, I know all about astrology, you don't have to tell me this shit. Just a side note, because we're all kind of at different places. So we're just going to get straight to it. We're going to meditate the full moon in Gemini. Gemini is an air sign. Gemini is a chatty, kind of flirtatious sign. Was reading the other day, researching online about it a little bit. And Gemini is apparently one of the most sexual signs of the zodiac. I didn't know that. And so that's Gemini in a very, very, very short version. So let's meditate with the full moon in Gemini. The full moon in Gemini is happening pretty much as I speak right now. We're waxing up to it tomorrow afternoon. My time, 2:44 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, Wednesday, November 25th is the full moon in Gemini. So after I've chatted a lot on this full moon in Gemini and this chatty sign with my Venus in Gemini, that makes sense, doesn't it? Let us stop my chatting and go inward so we can all benefit from the direct experience. So just close your eyes with me here and start to breathe a little bit more deeply than you regularly do. Now we're transitioning from listening, receiving from me about this time, and we're going to start to tune into the inner guidance. We're going to start to really tune into spirit, the divine, the creator, God, goddess, source, whatever terms you'd like to use for that beautiful energy that pervades everything. We're going to start to pay attention to that energy now. So on the next in-breath, start to really feel that breath enter your body, allowing yourself to let go of the day, allowing yourself to ground into this moment no matter what you have to do or want to do or feel like you should do. Let that go for the next few minutes while we take this time to connect more deeply. So on the next inhale, I want you to breathe in a beautiful bluish white light. Kind of like the color that comes off of the moon and its light. It's got this silvery blue hue to it if you're really looking. Start to breathe that energy into your body and get creative. Really allow yourself to visualize that light entering your body and vibrating with your cells and entering your bloodstream. Breathing in the hue of the moon's light, white, bright, silvery, bluish, beautiful light. And we're allowing ourselves to experience a moon bath. All right, now I want you to actually visualize the full moon right in front of you. Let's go to a mountaintop. Let's all go to our own little mountaintop and visualize ourselves on the top of a beautiful mountain at night, with the beautiful full moon shining so strongly in front of us. Just breathing in that scene and allowing that light from the moon to totally surround you. I now call upon Archangel Michael to please clear us and cleanse us, all those who are listening to this meditation now. I invite Archangel Michael in to really clear our energy. Just say a mental yes if you're okay with his clearing. Invite Michael to clear our energy as we prepare to dive a little bit deeper and receive guidance now. May Archangel Michael be with us all, ensuring that our communication is authentic and coming from love. Now continuing to see that mountaintop that you're sitting on, and the full moon in front of us. Call upon the energy of Gemini. Gemini has an energy. Gemini is an energy. And the full moon is now sitting in that beautiful Gemini energy. So we ask, Gemini, what guidance do you have for me now? What is this time about? What would you have me hear? Full moon, what would you have me hear? What would you have me hear in this moment that's going to help me have the best, most full, most purposeful life ever? What do I need to hear now? And start to get quiet. Answers in meditation sometimes come right away, and they sometimes just simply filter into our subconscious and will come up at a later time. So let us sit on this mountain in front of this full moon, drenched in moonlight, and really allow ourselves to receive any and all energy from this Gemini full moon. What do you have us hear now? What would you have me hear now? What guidance do you bring? Call upon the energy of Archangel Haniel, the goddess-like energy associated with the moon, to join us now. Archangel Haniel, please strengthen the messages that we receive from the moon and from the divine at this time. Please guide us to truly understand what the messages of the universe are saying to us now, and give us the courage to follow through on the guidance that we receive. Continuing to breathe in deeply, just allowing, not forcing any guidance to come through. Just simply allowing, just do nothing. Do nothing. Allow yourself to receive and trust that the guidance is going to come to you at the perfect time, whether that's now or a little bit later on. Continuing to really visualize that full moon. Breathing into your body more deeply. Continuing to allow its messages and healing to come into you. How can I be of service to you? Full moon, divine feminine, Archangel Haniel, Archangel Michael. I receive guidance, and I also ask, how can I be of service to you? How can I be of service to this planet? How can I be of service to the divine feminine? Please let me receive, and please let me also be inspired to take action in the ways that my soul is calling me to. Whenever you're ready, start to really get more conscious of your breath now, coming back into our bodies more fully. If you need some more time in meditation, feel free to pause this video until you're ready to come back. And for those of you who are ready to come out of this meditation, let us say thank you to Archangel Michael, to Archangel Haniel, to the moon, to Gemini, and come back now, wiggling our fingers and our toes. Hey! Everything's different on the other side of a meditation, I swear. Like, it's just like everything looks different. Like, whoa, cool. So that's what I'm going to leave you with. If you have a pen and a paper that is by you at all and you feel called to write something, or you just kind of had an aha moment and you just want to talk to yourself about it. I talk to myself all the time. If there would be a camera that was following me, I would be the crazy person that was just talking to themselves all the time. But why I talk to myself is I realize that my voice is an opportunity to channel other energies and energies that are in alignment with me. So I use my voice to receive guidance from the other realms. and I just allow these energies to use my voice to come through. So you might be inspired. Gemini is a very communicative sign, loves to communicate. So you might be inspired to write or to speak your truth now aloud at the end of this video, or maybe have a conversation that you need to have, or maybe not. Maybe you're complete, maybe you're good. Whatever is coming up for you is perfect. The guidance is going to continue to ripple through us. The guidance that I received in that meditation, actually, I'll share with you, was to share my love and my giddiness and my pleasure with everyone around me. And I don't have to be perfect. I don't have to be feeling 100% that day to do so. I don't have to be feeling fully healthy or fully totally vibrant and energized, all the time in order to share that love. I carry that love around with me all the time. I have this giddiness within me and this just childlike energy, and no matter how I feel, it's with me. So the guidance that I received is really to share that and really to honor releasing the idea of perfection, and you're supposed to be like this in order to heal and to be the healer, and just ground into it's within me all the time. Just share it, girlfriend. Love ya. So that was the guidance that I received, and I'm sure there is a lot. There's deeper messages there as well that are going to continue to unravel in the next probably 24 hours or so. So enjoy this video. Well, you already did enjoy this video. I hope you enjoyed this video. I should not speak for you. Here's my chatty Venus and Gemini coming out again. Much love, many blessings, sisters. If you have any questions, or you had aha moments, or you had guidance from the video that you'd love to share, I would love to hear it. Just please leave a comment below this video. I love when you girls comment. It just, when I'm recording these videos, I'm recording them on my own, right? But I know that you are watching, so it's really nice to have that feedback and just feel that connection in that online community space. So much love, many blessings, and have the best day ever, have the best full moon ever, and may you be blessed.